Hi friends, close your eyes for a moment and imagine a city where the streets are cold and every corner feels lonely. That is where our story begins. Today, I will tell you about a boy named Liam, who had nothing but a small spark of hope in his heart. Hi, I'm Sophia, and I will guide you through his journey. This video is perfect for listening and shadowing practice. So repeat after me and feel every word. Let's see how a boy's courage can change his life. When Liam was 10, he had no home. His parents had passed away, and he wandered through the streets, hungry and scared. To be honest, it broke my heart to see him alone. One day, he slept under a broken bench, shivering from the cold. Out of nowhere, he found a tiny, crumpled piece of paper in the gutter. It was just a drawing of a bag, but it made him smile. That small drawing sparked an idea he had never imagined before. The next morning, Liam saw a pile of old leather pieces near a market stall. He picked them up carefully and imagined turning them into something beautiful. I watched him sketch in the dirt with a stick, thinking about the bag he could make. He had never held a needle before, but he was determined. Every stitch he tried seemed clumsy, yet every mistake taught him something new. I realized that even small efforts can feel like big victories when hope is alive. Days passed, and Liam worked quietly under a bridge, stitching tiny pieces of leather together. He was tired, but something inside him kept going. People walked by, curious but hesitant to speak. Then, a little girl stopped and smiled at him. "I like your work," she said. It was the first encouragement he had felt in months. That small compliment made his heart race. Liam realized that someone could notice him, even in a world that often ignored him. One rainy afternoon, Liam's first finished bag sat on a small stool in the park. He had no idea if anyone would buy it. To his surprise, a kind woman came and asked, "Did you make this?" Liam nodded shyly. She bought the bag and gave him extra coins. I could see his eyes light up with excitement. He had created something from nothing, and someone valued it. That moment changed how he saw himself, and he smiled for the first time in a long while. Soon, Liam made more bags, each one slightly better than the last. He experimented with colors, shapes. He felt a small pride growing inside him. People began stopping to look at his work, asking questions, and even smiling. Out of nowhere, a street vendor offered him a small space to sell his bags every week. Liam couldn't believe it. His little idea was slowly becoming something bigger than he had imagined. One morning, a woman approached Liam with a gentle voice. "I can teach you more about making bags." Liam was shocked. He had never thought anyone would help him so kindly. His heart raced with nervous excitement. Could he really learn new skills? Could this be the start of a different life? He wanted to say yes, but fear held him back for a moment. I could see the hope returning stronger than before in his eyes. Liam's journey had just begun. Every day brought small lessons, tiny victories, and new surprises. He was learning, creating, and dreaming all at the same time. Even when the streets remained cold and lonely, he felt a spark that nothing could take away. His life was slowly changing, one stitch, one bag, and one kind word at a time. The city was harsh, but Liam's heart was slowly finding its own warmth. After that first sale, Liam felt a small spark of hope growing inside him. Every morning, he woke early and sorted through the leather pieces he found. Each piece was different, and he imagined new bags in his mind. To be honest, some days he felt tired and wanted to give up. But out of nowhere, an idea would come to him, and he would grab his needle and start again. I could see his excitement and curiosity shining in his eyes as he experimented with colors and stitches. He spent hours practicing, learning from mistakes and small successes. One day, a small dog wandered by his workbench, and Liam laughed as it sniffed the leather. That tiny moment of joy reminded him why he loved creating. He realized that happiness could be found even in the smallest things. Liam began trying new designs, shapes he had never thought possible before. Each bag became a little better, and people walking by started noticing his determination. One morning, a shop owner stopped to watch him. She said, "These are unique. Can I buy a few?" Liam's heart raced with surprise. He had never thought anyone outside the streets would care about his work. He nodded shyly and carefully handed her the bags. That small act of trust made him feel braver. He began to understand that courage sometimes comes quietly, in little moments that change everything. I watched him smile for a long time, proud of what he had created, encouraged. Liam decided to take a risk and show his bags at a small market competition. He felt nervous and unsure. Other children had shiny, perfect bags, and he worried people would ignore his handmade work. I could see him biting his lip as he set up his small stall. "I didn't see it coming," he whispered softly. But he reminded himself that all he could do was try his best. His hands trembled slightly as he arranged the bags neatly, each one holding a story of effort and hope. As the day went on, people began to stop at Liam's stall. They examined the bags, asked questions, and smiled. He explained carefully how he made each one. Out of nowhere, a woman from a nearby shop said she wanted to sell his bags in her store. Liam's eyes widened with shock. He had never imagined such an opportunity. He felt a strange mix of pride and nervousness, realizing that his small effort had opened a bigger door than he had ever expected. After the competition, Liam's confidence grew. He started thinking of new designs, experimenting with small details and bright colors. Each bag told a story, and people began to notice the love and care he put into his work. I could see him standing taller, feeling that he could achieve more than survival. He learned that even mistakes were part of the journey, and each day brought small lessons that built his skill and courage. Then, one morning, a woman approached him with a gentle smile. "I can teach you more about making bags," she said. Liam's heart raced. He didn't know if he was ready to learn more, but the thought of improving excited him. Could this woman really help him reach something bigger? Could he change his life through her guidance? His fingers trembled slightly as he accepted her offer, feeling a small hope growing stronger than ever. Liam's journey was changing slowly, one stitch at a time. Every day brought new challenges, small victories, and unexpected opportunities. Even though the streets were still cold and the nights were still quiet, Liam felt a spark inside him that kept him moving forward. Each bag he made, each smile he received, and each small success made him believe that something amazing was waiting just around the corner. After the market competition, Liam's life began to change slowly. Every morning he woke up with a plan, thinking about the bags he wanted to make that day. Each bag was a little better than the last, and his confidence grew with every stitch. People started noticing him more often. To be honest, he sometimes felt scared of failing, but he reminded himself that small steps can lead to big changes. Out of nowhere, new opportunities seemed to appear, and Liam realized that hard work was beginning to open doors he had never imagined. One day, a big store owner came to see Liam's work. She smiled and said, "I want to sell your bags in my shop." Liam was shocked. He had never dreamed of something like this. His heart raced, and he felt proud and nervous at the same time. I could see him holding the bag carefully, thinking about how far he had come. It made me realize that even the smallest ideas, worked on with patience, can grow into something amazing. This moment was a lesson in courage and perseverance. Encouraged by this success, Liam decided to try new designs. He added colors, small decorations, and unique shapes. Each bag told a story of his effort, patience, and hope. People walking by smiled and asked questions about his work. Out of nowhere, a young boy said, "I want to be like you when I grow up." Liam felt a warm happiness he had never felt before. He realized that his work was not only helping him survive, but also inspiring others to dream. Then, one morning, a famous brand approached him for a collaboration. Liam could hardly believe it. His life, once filled with cold streets and fear, was now opening up to opportunities he had never imagined. He felt a mix of nervousness and excitement. I watched him take a deep breath and accept the offer. It was a moment of courage, showing that bravery sometimes means stepping into the unknown. Liam's heart was full of hope, and he was ready to learn and grow even more. Even with growing success, Liam never forgot the struggles of his past. He began teaching small children on the streets how to make simple leather bags. He wanted to show them that life could change if they kept trying. I could see joy in his eyes as he helped others. This reminded me of the power of kindness and giving back. Every day, Liam felt stronger, not just because of his work, but because he was helping others believe in themselves too. Liam's journey shows that life can be transformed with small steps, patience, and belief in oneself. Every stitch he made was a lesson in persistence. Every bag he sold, a lesson in courage. To all of you watching, remember that even when life feels hard, every effort you make matters. Keep practicing English, keep learning new things, and never stop believing in your dreams. You are capable of more than you think, and small, consistent efforts can change your life. Thank you so much for spending time with me and Liam today. If you enjoyed this story and want more, subscribe to Fluent English every day. Shadow the sentences, speak aloud, and practice a little every day. Your English will improve and your confidence will grow. Keep going, stay motivated, and remember, every step forward counts. You can do amazing things when you believe in yourself and never give up.